They're so good looking, yaar.
Remember in the cafeteria, there was one scene, it's in the trailer when I slap him.
I was the one who got bullied in school, so...
अरे कुत्ते को कुत्ता क्यों बोला आपने?
कुत्ते को कुत्ता क्यों बोला रे बाप रे?
For me was in the beginning pretty difficult because you come thinking that ये scene है, ये lines हैं, this is the feeling, but that's not it.
But platonic flirting he does.
भाई बचपन में करण जौहर के मूवीज में हम लोग ने एलीट स्टूडेंट्स देखा है, लेकिन the kind of students that we have over here, I think that is going to be beating them as well in every regard. इनके कपड़ों में जो चमक है, I think that's brighter than a lot of people's future over there. I can This is the real elite class. इनके क्लास में SS नहीं लगता, इनके क्लास के SS के जगह पे डॉलर लगता है. With me the class of I think 2023 over here. यहाँ पे the most good looking and talented class over here. First of all अपने लिए जोर से ताली बजा दो. एक और ताली बजा दो because 3rd Feb जो है मेरे मम्मी का बर्थडे है ना. Thank you so much. मम्मी को बर्थडे विश हो गया. अभी मुझे सबसे पहले बताओ, I just heard a really funny story right now from you.
Yes.
You said that she couldn't see people on sets and which is why she used to act blind. तो ये क्या था वहाँ पे?
Act blind.
हाँ तो क्या था? What was
She very method. She's blind. She can't see really too much. But yeah, we used to be all sitting in our actual like a set class, and everyone's talking to everybody. And Anjali, very true to her character, I thought. Suhani is like on her own, doing her own thing. बाद में मुझे पता चला एक schedule बाद कि ma'am can't see me, so she's not talking to me. So yeah.
But you know, tell me something. I mentioned about the fact that you know when you talk about Karan Johar's movies, etc. उनके colleges जो दिखाते हैं उनके students वगैरह, they show a real elite class. You know the kind of background that the students have over here. This is as well something like that. It's a private, I think, educational institute in Delhi. All the एकदम rich Amir Shehzade, if we call it that. Yeah, exactly. That is those are the people who are coming over there. तो ये जो बोला जाता है कि अमीर बच्चे जो अगर सब एक साथ आते हैं तो एकदम धमाल होता है, हंसी मजाक होता है. सो गाइस, तुम लोग ने वो रियलाइज किया सच में ऐसा होता है कि कैसा तरीके का धमाल होता है?
बहुत खतरनाक.
बता दो.
Double धमाल.
Who's gonna stay there? डबल धमाल, ट्रिपल धमाल, जो भी है कौन कहानी बताएगा? आप बता दो गुलफती भाई.
मैं एक्चुअली स्कूल का पार्ट नहीं हूँ, बट मैं बता सकता हूँ कि क्या क्या हुआ है. आई मीन आई थिंक व्हेन अ लॉट ऑफ लाइक हम जैसे हमारी स्कूल लाइफ रहती है, लाइक सब मस्ती करते हैं. देयर आर लाइक डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स, द गुड पीपल, द relatively grey bad people who bully each other. I mean, I was the one who got bullied in school, so I'll probably be in that group.
Really? क्या बोलते थे आपको?
हाँ?
क्या बोलते थे आपको?
मैं यार
So good looking, yaar.
मैं बहुत पतला सा सरदार था स्कूल में. I used to get bullied quite, and I was in a very rich
bully
school.
करता था. अभी देखो इसको, अभी bully करोगे? Not bully.
I would not bully good.
No one should.
Yeah.
No one should.
No one would bully.
You wanted to continue something?
Yeah, I mean, I was also in a similar kind of like a very rich school, but I was also an outsider because I was there because my mom was teaching in the school. So it was I saw like both the worlds from an outside perspective. So yeah, so I can relate very much to like our show also and these people who are in the class.
और बहुत मालदार लोग साथ में आएंगे तो धमाल.
मालदार is the word. हाँ, ये मेरे दिमाग में नहीं आ रहा था तब.
नहीं, उसका बोलना ही बनता है.
But tell me, आप लोग का जो ये I mentioned about the outfits as well. It's brighter than a lot of people's future. ये outfit coordination किसका decision था?
That's Manish Malhotra. Manish Malhotra designed the outfit.
But Aisha did all the.
All thanks to Aisha.
Zainab,
You did all the styling. You did all the styling.
I did coordination part.
Coordination part. Zainab did all the styling.
आयशा के लिए ताली बजा दो. I think she deserves it. तो एक साथ ध्यान रखना है. Very difficult task at the end of the day. मुझे बताओ, every class has that one person who is basically instigating stuff. वो पीछे से आग लगाता है लेकिन सामने खुद नहीं आता. तो आपके क्लास में वो कौन है वो स्टूडेंट? मुझे बता दो, उसका क्लास लिया जाएगा.
Like a character.
Real life में या characters?
रियल लाइफ में आप लोग ने कैरेक्टर तो हटा दो. अभी रियल लाइफ में when you guys were bonding on set, मुझे रियल लाइफ का चीज जानना है.
अभी इधर कमाल
क्लास में
यार हमारी परफॉर्मेंस से आग लगती थी वैसे तो मुझे लगता है.
मेरे को दूसरा पंचलाइन आया इमीडिएटली. So nobody used to be like that way कि
No, you're like a family. So
Like one big family.
yeah, so then there's no.
हम साथ
We were quite sweet with each other.
मुझे एक चीज बताओ. Whenever I'm not sure whether you guys knew each other पहले before the. Did you guys knew each other all of you?
Weirdly, some of us.
Some of us did,
knew
but
a little bit,
Naina and I
some
went to
of us
school
did.
together.
Oh.
But we met literally 12 years later on this project.
बहुत लंबा time
हाँ,
होता है.
बहुत लंबा.
I am the common string to everybody.
Nana and I went to college together.
Yeah.
Oh, कभी school कभी college.
We are
And
neighbors.
three of us live in like,
Never met
yeah.
her before the show. I only met her on the
तो
show.
प्राइमरीली अगर मैं समझूं मेन बॉन्डिंग जो है वो ड्यूरिंग द शूट ही हुआ था.
हुई है, हाँ.
I'll tell you.
Actually,
Oscar hall.
workshops
Shout out to Pushpinder sir and Nitin.
सबको शाउट आउट देंगे हम, लेकिन मुझे एक चीज बताओ. Whenever it's a very Gen Z thing, whenever new people come and meet together, blending होता है, bonding होता है and everything. So when you talk about young people, single हो, good looking हो and everything, mutual crushes वगैरह भी होता होगा. तो ये जो hitting scene होता है ना, you try to hit on your co-star a little, थोड़ा बहुत flirtatious messages भेजते हो वगैरह. तो ये यहाँ पे जो है, ये यहाँ पे क्या कौन करता था? I don't want to get into the messages part because that's a very personal thing. That is reserved to you guys. But वो कौन था? वो सबसे flirtatious कौन था?
सर ये इनिंग्स जैन शॉ ने शुरू की थी.
क्या बात है?
Jen and I flirt a lot on.
We flirt a lot on set.
अरे क्या बात.
Oh God, guys.
क्या पिकअप लाइंस देते थे या कुछ ओजी लाइंस लाते थे अपने इनसे? क्या था वो? थोड़ा सुनो, हमें भी थोड़ा ट्रेनिंग दो please. हम भी जेंजी वाली हैं.
Hey, no pickup lines, nothing.
So there's a girl. I'm giving you a situation. You go to a club. There's a girl and you see and you're very attracted to that person. अब उसको कैसे impress करोगे?
I'm actually very shy, so I'd probably I wouldn't impress her.
Zen
You just
shy.
remember Donna or something.
Oh, she's talking about Donna. You're not shy at all. No, I'm not that shy. It depends.
अभी पोल खुल गया इसलिए आ रहे हो.
Oh shit. That was really hard.
Pickup line. I don't use pickup lines.
So कुछ ओजी लाइन.
Pick up करता है.
Now you can say your I am Veer Ahuja from class.
Now I'll do that.
Ahuja from class double S नहीं डॉलर लगते हो.
Exactly.
And आपके flirting skills के बारे में थोड़ा बता दो. I'm pretty sure वो जो लड़कियां आपको DM करेंगे after the show comes out, they'll be very interested. Good looking चेहरा है, इसका थोड़ा फायदा तो उठाओ.
ये उठाता है, ये बोलता नहीं है.
अच्छा, secretive flirt.
ये वो वाला है.
I'll just say yes, sir.
DMs में चल रहा है.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's an omegle term. Age, sex, location. Just like to the point.
Oh wow.
Very good.
No small talk. He goes straight to the point.
Hey, you up?
The video call. On a brinjal emoji.
Direct जाओ, सीधी बात, no बकवास. I think that is
Correct.
Yeah, that's what it's like on Grindr. You just get to the point.
But I saw the trailer, and what I realized was that कि school student vibe बोलो, college student vibe बोलो, you get everything, ठीक है? And it's very relatable. It's like you just don't talk about this particular generation, say 2020s में जो लोग school में हैं, colleges में हैं. Even people say like who were in school and college around say the end of the 2000 decade, even they can relate to a great extent. It's not just about the Gen Z stuff. Murder भी है, वगैरह भी है. So I think it's quite a ride in its own in terms of multiple emotions coming into play. Right. मुझे बताओ कि what was the vibe like when आप लोगों को set पे शायद कोई serious scene चल रहा है, but you guys know that you have bonded well. हंसी मजाक तो हो जाता है, but you guys have to actually be serious in that particular moment. How difficult was it? I think you have something.
Yeah, I have a story. Without like giving away too much, there was a funeral sequence.
Okay. You're already laughing. Wow.
And so हम सब बैठे हैं, सब रो रहे हैं. मैंने गाड़ी में literally emotional गाने सुन के first I was like, hey, your makeup's looking. I was like, I'm crying. This is me getting into character. So हम सब बैठे हैं, we're crying. One of our classmates
Was murdered.
Yeah, one of our classmates was murdered. And there's this dog. There is this dog that belongs to the property that is just roaming around between the people.
Ciao.
It chases its own tail. Ciao.
Cuddler.
Yeah.
जैसे घूमता है ऐसे.
I see, yeah, and there's just 100 people in white trying to cry. And this dog is just doing its own thing. And the owner of the property is like, nobody will say anything to this dog.
Yeah, the one prerequisite to use
हमारा
that
सीन
location.
खराब हो जाए फर्क नहीं पड़ता. मेरे कुत्ते को कुछ नहीं बोलता.
Basically.
People are actually.
अरे कुत्ते को कुत्ता क्यों बोला आपने?
कुत्ते को कुत्ता क्यों बोला? अरे बाप रे. Apologize. मुझे वो नंबर दे देना, मैं फोन करके apologize. But that's what dogs are, you know, they are like your family, they are like your members. You
But
want
to say, yeah, I mean, to say to that, like, you know, not all, what we learned, because this is also a learning experience for us with acting. We're all here almost for the first time.
Yeah.
That it's not always necessary for the scene to be serious कि आप side में बैठ के मतलब अपनी सारी depressing memories को बाहर ला रहे हो. Sometimes it was just nice to just switch on and switch off, and that's when I was like, oh, this is maybe what it's about, you know? Yeah, so it was fun. I think we got the most like nice things when we were just chilling and being.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Relax.
a bond, I feel like a bond was very important to do a lot of, even the intimate scenes or even like the fighting scenes and stuff. I remember in the cafeteria, there was one scene, it's in the trailer when I slap him.
Yeah.
And that's real.
बहुत जोर से मारा।
बहुत जोर से. And that's
वापस
only
दिया कि नहीं
because...
उसको?
बाद में
वो आने के बाद
मैंने उससे बोला स्कूल के बारे में
करा कि एकदम बाद में वापस.
And we never discussed this before we did the scene, do you remember? It was just an unsaid thing, and that's just because our bond is so strong, we really trust each other.
Right, exactly, that's where the comfort zone comes. You know that even if you give him a tight lafa zor se, you know, he'll not take it in a negative way.
After every take, I gave him a hug and kiss, and it was good.
जोर से मार दे and laughers are it's not looking real जोर से मार रहा है क्या कर रहा है
वो जोर से मारने के जगह यहाँ पे वो लाल हुआ था कि नहीं गाल?
हुआ था थोड़ा फिर
नहीं laughers
वो लाल तो ऐसे ही हो जाता है.
laughers were treated
ब्लश करके होता है क्या
हाँ
वो
वो तो
लाल?
ऐसे ही लाल हो जाता है.
अच्छा, किसको देख के ब्लश करके होता है?
सुहानी
अभी भी लाल हो रहे हो एकदम टमाटर की तरह. वेरी गुड, हाउ स्वीट.
तुमसे बच
So have you seen Anjali? Like, look at her. She's.
But see, here I want to add,
Yeah.
so I'm very chaotic. Like I literally prepared a lot for one scene that he knows. So I wrote in a diary, if you remember, the place that the place that he doesn't remember. He's like, yeah, get out. So I wrote in a diary what would I actually do in the scene. And I really messed it up in the first few takes because I really prepared. I was not being that. So he's like, hey, bro, just calm down. And he like got this headphones and you listen to this once. Listen to this. And that was, I think, you know, the Isha sound. Yeah. Flute. That was a flute music. And he's like, calm down.
What can I do, man? Unnecessarily spiritual.
Now you're telling stories about him. You need to tell stories about your hair because I think it's very attractive. When girls come out there and play with your hair, कैसा मजा आता है? What do you say?
मुझे बहुत बड़ा मजा आता है. मतलब उनको तो पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. मुझे
तो 100% होता ही है ना.
मैं तो उगाता ही रहता हूँ इसलिए कि आए और लोग खींचे बात.
Playful तरीके से खींचे.
हाँ मतलब playful obviously.
ऐसे जोर से खींचे.
हाँ थोड़ा सा you know like pleasure, pain, pleasure.
We'll keep it to pleasure. I think that's what makes it more fun for Gen Z, है ना?
Yeah.
For our class.
But there's a pleasure in pain too.
ने बहुत ज़्यादा philosophical line बोल दिया. Everybody is getting into that.
Actually, philosophical. Yes.
But tell me something. When a lot of people come together, it's not just about the fun part. कभी-कभी ऐसा हो जाता है कि you know maybe there's something you want to do a certain scene in a certain way, but शायद आप जिसके साथ कर रहे हो वो scene, they have a different way of going ahead with things. तो उससे थोड़ा बहुत शायद you know maybe you disagree as well. So just like you accept the agreements, you also embrace the disagreements and go forward because you have a common goal at the end of the day, right? So वो disagreements वैसा कुछ था on sets when you guys were working in any scene. You have something to add? I actually feel like a class teacher. यहाँ पे पढ़ा रहा हूँ यहाँ पे. You have something to add?
अभी तेरा students
I would
बन
say
चुके
कि
हैं.
अरे हाँ, correct.
actors के agreement disagreement से इतना फर्क पड़ता नहीं था because जो Oshim को करना था वो वही. But the thing is that he had a beautiful quality of really explaining his vision in a way that you think, oh yeah, that actually makes more sense than what I thought. So that way, like I at least was like really happy to disagree with what I was thinking and go with his vision. Really.
Anyway,
All the three directors, in fact.
Gul ma'am and
Gul ma'am, Kabir.
Like they helped us look at each scene in a very different way than what we were thinking it would be. And I think they really, every time you'd look over at the rushes, you would learn that it was completely okay to surrender yourself and agree with their vision and just go ahead with what they have to say because, it translated so beautifully. We have seen some of the footage and you want to believe them, you want to believe their vision. And it kind of happened really seamlessly. So I don't think it was the actors disagreeing at all. We were like, oh shit, I don't know anything, man. Like, did I do it okay? But it was just more about... and like...
So there was this one scene where like we were doing this in Chandni Chowk itself. And so Oshim really used some specific adjectives for me because I was really messing it up again. So he was like, hey, bro, be a little local. you know, it was not like be aggro or be thoda sa gentle. No, be local. So, you know, like now you get, okay, he wants this specifically. So you become more prepared for the scene.
Yeah.
And that's how, you know, he wants this.
I am the class teacher and moderator over here. You can please.
Yeah,
go ahead,
I was saying that no matter how much you prep yourself or pump yourself before a scene, you always need someone else to reiterate it to you.
Yeah.
And they would do that very beautifully. Like Gul, Oshim, Kabir, I had much less scenes with, but those two would really explain. It would feel like a world is coming and hitting you. And then it would become a lot easier for you to imagine yourself like that and then perform.
Yeah.
Which for me was in the beginning pretty difficult because you come thinking that ye scene hai, ye lines hai, this is the feeling. But that's not it.
Yeah.
There's a lot more which you need someone to explain to you.
But at the end of the day, I think that's what's most important because you need to have that common goal at the end of the day. वो common
It should be a
vision होना
collaboration.
चाहिए. Right.
Yeah.
It's a collaboration at the end of the day. सब लोग हो, सब लोग को footage मिल रहा है, लेकिन सब लोग एक साथ आगे बढ़ोगे. That's all how it happens. मुझे एक चीज़ बताओ, मुझे ये अभी जस्ट बाहर किसी ने बोला, मैं नाम नहीं बताऊंगा. मुझे बोला गया था कि इतने सारे गुड लुकिंग लोग हैं यहाँ पे, म्यूचुअल अट्रैक्शन होता है. वहाँ पे ना कभी-कभी शूट जब खत्म हो जाता था, तो कभी-कभी लोग छुप के डेट्स पे जाते थे. तो मुझे ऐसा बोला गया था.
ये आप मुझे चले जाते थे.
Openly.
I think this is a question that you can take with Netflix and they'd love to tell you about it.
बताएंगे मेरे को. You were saying something?
This, that you can take this up with Netflix.
उन्होंने बोला मेरे को. उन्होंने ही बोला कि ये जरा बात छेड़ो, उनको पूछो इसके बारे में कि व्हाट इज द थिंग, क्या था, वाज वेयर द डेट्स इंटरेस्टिंग. बताना नहीं है कि कौन किसके साथ गया था, सिर्फ बताओ कि डेट्स इंटरेस्टिंग थे कि नहीं. यू हैव समथिंग टू ऐड.
इससे पहले कि सब लोग मेरे को आउट कर दे, मैं बोल देता हूँ कि हाँ, मैं ओशिम के साथ डेट्स पे गया था. मैंने बहुत कॉफी और सुशी खाई है ओशिम के साथ. तो यस, मैं छुपके
अगर
डेट्स पे गया हूँ.
ओशिम अगर अपने नेक्स्ट 5 प्रोजेक्ट्स में अगर ये नजर आते तो यू डोंट बी वेरी.
You know why.
You know why. Dates have worked. The dates have worked wonders.
Dates were blocked.
Dates were blocked.
I can't wait for Roshan to watch this.
अरे चलो दोस्तों, मेरे पास कुछ सवाल है. It's a who's most likely to segment. So I'm pretty sure बहुत सारे hands will be raised. So I'll ask questions. आप लोगों को बताना होगा who's most likely to do that particular thing. ठीक है? सब wild सवाल है, मजा आएगा बहुत. The first question that I have is किधर गया? So who's most likely to go to a club and randomly start hitting on someone?
Zen.
मैं तो ब्रो क्लब.
No.
Piyush.
I think
Majority of the voting. अरे ठीक है, सब team को भी proud करो.
बड़े धीरज और धैर्य के साथ काम लेता है.
वो shy होके काम करते, तुम outgoing होके करते हो. एक ही बात है
It's
ना.
true. Every time we went to a club, Piyush was always.
yeah, always talking about
Yeah, but they report. It doesn't matter if it's hurt.
वो डर रहा है अभी. इंटरव्यू देखेंगे ना लोग, वो डर रहे हैं अभी. अगर वो जो 4-5 लोग थे उनमें से पता चल जाएगा ना. Every time.
Every time.
Good going, bro.
वो ऐसे कर.
Okay, who's the biggest flirt अब सब में से?
टाइमिंग का
Chintan.
Yeah.
Chintan.
करते रहते
If you think about it.
He's got that
If
shyry
you think
quality
about
in
it.
him.
I've seen him give like the hotel tours to like different women every
Yeah.
और जब किसी लड़की के साथ आता था हमें तो देखता ही नहीं था कि हम तो है ही नहीं.
But platonic flirting he does.
Platonic
He does
flirting. Yeah,
that.
definitely
अभी
platonic.
अच्छा कंपनी है ना, क्यों देखोगे आसपास?
Innocent flirting he does.
Very smart, very smart. It's calculated.
नहीं समझते.
तो next time when you do that मुझे बताना. What are you doing? I'll make question.
Netflix guys. Watch class. Moving on.
Okay, who's always on the phone?
Everybody.
Everybody.
None of us are really that.
Anjali.
वो सेल्फी.
You were on
She's
the
always
phone?
watching anime.
Yeah.
चलेगा. That
Yeah, Anjali actually.
On Netflix, by the way.
it doesn't matter what you're doing on your phone as long as the question is about who's always on the
Yeah, that
phone.
will be Anjali. I've always seen her
Yeah,
like this.
Anjali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because I'm always watching something.
Okay, who's most likely to go on a blind date?
Anjali. यार अंधा
Anjali.
होता है.
Anjali.
Like, quite literally.
Raise your hand. Look at the honesty.
Yeah.
How sweet is that? Okay.
Without lens.
Who's most likely to fake sickness to randomly take a day off? सबसे confident
I think we
झूठ
all are
कौन बोलता
hardworking,
है?
man. That's
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know. I feel like Zen.
For acting, maybe another.
I should do that in school.
I think Zen.
Might be an outing, not for like a shoot.
नहीं शूट के लिए तो नहीं करते.
नहीं outing के लिए अरे every day.
Profession.
If it's
Outing
not
के
for
लिए,
shoot,
not
but
shoot,
for
not
yeah.
Not for shoot.
Shoot तो everyone was like excited.
कॉलेज में
यार
बहुत किया.
Oh, it's giant.
Do that.
मैंने भी
That's why
बहुत
he's sitting
किया.
quiet.
20 दिन गायब.
वो जो अगले दिन जो एब्सेंट लेटर लिख के आना होता था ना, उसमें जो जितने फेक सिग्नेचर मैंने किए.
मेरे फ्रेंड्स करते थे या सीनियर्स.
Yeah, actually I'll tell you. So I was studying while this show was being filmed, and I graduated in like 6 months back. So in that span of the last 2 years, I've had every single disease. I've given them like every single medical certificate. ये भी हो गया, ये भी हो गया, ये भी हो गया.
कुछ बचा नहीं है अभी.
But कुछ भी नहीं हुआ था मुझे.
लाते कहाँ से हो सर्टिफिकेट?
अरे actually, so guys, Bodhi tree helped me out.
So the next time somebody needs certificate, you know where to go.
If you are Bodhi tree talent, then yes.
नहीं, टैलेंट नहीं है तो भी ये है ना टैलेंट, ये मदद करेंगे आपका. चलो, the next question is who's the best guy and girl over here with the best pickup lines? किसी के पास तो होगा OG lines हो या किसी और हो, सबसे confidently कौन बोलता है?
पिकअप लाइंस कौन यूज करता है?
Pickup lines, yeah. That's
हमने actually सुना नहीं किसी को pick-up lines.
जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती हमें.
We need one guy name and one girl name.
Chintan would be one.
Yeah.
Chintan would be one.
तेरा ही नाम आ रहा है.
He's got the one-liners.
He has the one liner.
But I think मुझे जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ी आज तक. Like ऐसे.
तो you're smooth as butter ना, you don't need.
True.
And who's the girl? Girl में किसको वोट जाता है लड़कियों में?
I think
Aisha maybe.
I think all the girls are very very centered. It's the boys that are just all over the place.
I only have like one.
लड़कियों लिए I'll hold my ground. आप आके attention देना है तो दो वरना बाहर में जाओ.
मेरे को बस एक ही है. I just want to be like, hey Karan, it's me.
क्या बात है? बहुत जल्दी होगा. बहुत जल्दी होगा. Okay, who's the biggest foodie over here?
Aisha.
Aisha.
I love the unity in the answer. सब लोग ने एक ही नाम लिया और कोई नाम नहीं लिया. Okay, ये थोड़ा interesting है. Who's most likely to flirt with a teacher or professor?
Balli.
ऐसा क्या हरकत किया है आपने? प्लीज बता दो. बहुत जल्दी नाम लिया.
About character.
Oh, character. Yeah, character.
Character.
Say in real life.
Real life or
I
character?
know why. I could definitely see Moses chatting up a teacher.
Totally.
He knows it. He knows it as well. He knows it as well.
उसके स्माइल में दिख रहा है कि उसने किया ये पहले.
क्या होगा?
But it's a good thing. Be
To
proud
get
about
that
it.
extra grade, you know, it's a really good
extra
thing.
grade.
Actually, you know what? If you're not talking about like pickup lines, he's very smooth. Yeah. Have you seen him play the guitar?
I have not. अभी
Oh yeah,
देखूंगा,
you
अभी.
should see him play the guitar.
Then you'll realize.
Yeah, you'll realize.
So I think
बोलना ही
the
नहीं
sweetness
पड़ता
button
है.
इसको भी जाता है, आपको भी जाता है. Thank you. Very good, very good. So basically वो जो A होता है grade, वो A से A plus. Now we know how it happens. Very good.
Oh.
Okay, second last question. Who's most likely to hit on an elderly man or woman? Who likes the... You? How sweet.
Only daddies.
मुझे honestly... Especially when they... let me not get into that. इसलिए मैंने सिर्फ आधा ही बोला, बाकी तो आप सब समझ
यार समझ गए.
Okay, last question. Who's most likely to tease followers on Instagram with special thirst traps?
Oh.
No, yeah, not me.
I would say like daddy.
Bro, मैं
Not thirst traps. Her dance videos are too hot.
They are quite thirsty.
Yeah. It's not a tease.
Thanks,
It's
guys.
just, like awesome.
But is she accepting it?
Would be yeah.
She's accepting it, na?
Yeah.
Definitely smile.
Yeah.
There's no competition.
Bro, yeah.
करो और नाचो और दूसरों को भी नचाओ.
Yes.
How it should be.
That's it.
Fun at the end.
Viral fan page.
Yeah, but I genuinely hope somebody is talking about fan page over here. I hope कि after the show comes out, you all have fan
अरे
pages.
इनके already 5 बन गए इनके.
कितने हैं क्या?
5
है तो अभी 50 होंगे यार.
अरे definitely.
वो भी कह रहे हैं. लोग students हो इतने 11 students.
तो शो के नहीं होंगे.
But guys, thank you so much for this lovely and enriching chat. बहुत मजा आया मुझे.
Thank you.
Class with $2 over there. I wish you guys all the very best. Elite हो, दिखने में अच्छे हो. I hope that you guys appeal with your acting, looks, everything in every way possible when you guys are visible in front of everyone on 3rd Feb. Guys, class देखो फटाफट Netflix में जाके 3rd February is the date. Do not miss out. That's a wrap on the Bollywood Talk Show today on IWMBuzz. This is your host Shubhajit. We'll see you again with another interesting episode.
That was great.